Only in America would you survive the longest government shutdown in history, then pat yourself on the back, and hours later sign a bill promising to release Epstein files that you spent years defending as a Democrat hoax. But now that the heat is real, you act like you're some white knight pushing transparency. Spare me. The people who suffered under Epstein are not political pawns for your public relations stunts. If Trump really has nothing to hide, let the papers drop unredacted, let every name be exposed, and answer for the company you kept, because so far this looks like virtue signaling for the cameras while old sins stay buried.
All hell is breaking loose across the United States, and the Trump regime is now having its Gestapo, its ICE agents, and Border Patrol invade St. Paul, Minnesota. They are brutalizing the people there, using the same chemical warfare tactics we've seen in Chicago and elsewhere.
Yesterday, at a breakfast for Republican senators, Trump tried to downplay the electoral spanking.
Last night, it was, not expected to be a victory. It was very Democrat areas, but I don't think it was good for Republicans. I don't think it was good. I'm not sure it was good for anybody. But we had an interesting evening, and we learned a lot.
Yeah. That sounds like what you'd say after a Tinder date where someone had to go to the hospital.
You think you've seen celebrities criticize Trump? Wait until you hear about the alliance between a Hollywood legend who literally said "fuck Trump" on live television and got a standing ovation, and a late-night host who's been systematically dismantling Trump's presidency piece by piece for years. We're talking about Robert De Niro and Stephen Colbert, two men who turned Trump criticism into an art form so devastating that Trump still can't stop raging about it years later. Let me take you through the most explosive moments of this partnership, from De Niro's iconic Tony Awards eruption to his courthouse showdown with Trump supporters, and how Colbert gave him the perfect platform to expose Trump as what De Niro called a wannabe gangster with no morals or ethics.
No, I like what Newsom has done because he's trolled him and he's fought fire with fire, and that's what you have to do. And he called him an invasive species, which is what he is. And so he's a thing that doesn't understand. Trump does not understand anything about humanity, people. He has no empathy. I don't know what he is, but he's an alien, and he wants to hurt this country. It's something deeply psychological in him. He wants to hurt people. He wants to hurt this country. He doesn't care. And what saddens me the most, upsets me the most, is that people follow him and they think and they kiss his ass and they look up to him. And I don't understand it. I don't understand the people in his cabinet, some of them, Rubio, other one, how they can live with themselves after what they've allowed him to do and not stood up. Even walk out of the room when what they did with Zelensky the first time. Rubio, looking at his face, they got the camera on him. If he had balls, he would have walked out.
It's important. Credit where credit is due. Donald Trump did something good. Are we still canceled? You sure? I tried. It's kind of surprising to see him do something good. It reminds me of, in The Empire Strikes Back.
We've seen the horrific Charlotte's Web raids in Charlotte and Mecklenburg County. We've seen Midway Blitz in Chicago. We've seen the invasion in Los Angeles. We've seen the invasion in Portland. These scenes out of St. Paul are so devastating. 8 people were injured, looked like they were seriously injured. A photojournalist was incapacitated, requiring an ambulance. You see the chemical weapons here. This is on the streets of the United States right now. Here, play this clip.
The Tonys moment that changed everything, June 10th, 2018. The 72nd Tony Awards at Radio City Music Hall. Robert De Niro walks on stage to introduce Bruce Springsteen's performance, and without warning, without approval, without giving a single damn what CBS thinks, he delivers 2 words that electrify the room: fuck Trump. The audience gasps, then erupts. De Niro raises both fists like a victorious boxer and repeats it. It's no longer down with Trump, it's fuck Trump. The entire Radio City Music Hall jumps to its feet in a thunderous standing ovation.
After losing his campaign for the thing you don't campaign for, Trump said he didn't do the peace deal for the Nobel. And the White House Communications Director Stephen Chung agreed, saying, President Trump will continue making peace deals, ending wars and saving lives. He has the heart of a humanitarian. No, he has the heart of a humanitarian. We removed that heart from one of the detainees in our ICE facilities. He keeps it in the Oval Office next to the Diet Coke button.
I mean, he's so blatantly stupid. He's a punk, he's a dog, he's a pig, he's a con, a artist, a mutt who doesn't know what he's talking about, doesn't do his homework, doesn't care, thinks he's gaming society, doesn't pay his taxes. He's an idiot. Colin Powell said it best. He's a national disaster. He's an embarrassment to this country. It makes me so angry that this country has gotten to this point, that this fool, this bozo, has wound up where he has.
And again, we're seeing this across the country as well. Here, for example, we see a 17-year-old U.S. citizen saying, I'm a U.S. citizen, what are you doing? As ICE smashes through the windows and says, we don't care what you are. Play this clip.
Get out, I'm a U.S. citizen, I'm a U.S. citizen. I don't care, you're a U.S. citizen.
And just look right here, we see these children, young children who are thrown into cages right now in these dark sites, these detention centers across the United States, sleeping on the floor, being tortured by ICE Gestapo. I want to give a shout out, though, to the courageous citizen journalists. Shout out to the great team at Status Quo News. They are there on the front lines in Chicago, and they're sending their teams all over. And they're getting you some exclusive footage that you're not seeing anywhere else. And I'll just show you the danger and the threat they're under. Like John Farina, who's one of their incredible reporters and videographers. Watch what happens. This is where he is getting approached by Border Patrol, threatening to arrest him in Charlotte. Play this clip.
Hey. Nope, we're just driving around.
Are you both press?
Press.
Where's his badge?
He's got it on.
It's not visible, is it?
It is.
I don't see it.
It's there. Oh, under his jacket.
CBS scrambles to censor the broadcast. They're running on a 10-second delay, so TV viewers hear dead silence and watch mouths drop open across the audience. But everyone in that theater knows exactly what happened. CBS confirms afterward that De Niro's comments were unscripted and unexpected. Twitter explodes with viewers demanding, "What did Robert De Niro say?" Australian broadcasts that didn't censor him go viral instantly. And De Niro? He continues like nothing happened, praising Springsteen for always fighting for truth, transparency, and integrity in government. Boy, do we need that now. This wasn't just a celebrity outburst. This was a declaration of war. If you haven't already, smash that subscribe button. We're exposing every documented moment of Trump's destruction by the people who saw him for exactly what he was.
We have, I think this might have been the first time he wrote about you. Robert De Niro, a very low IQ individual, has received he spelled two wrong, many shots to the head by real boxers in movies. I watched him last night, truly believe he may be punch drunk, and then he says, at the end, he says, "Wake up, punchy," he says to you. And that's not the only time, and he moved over to Truth Social. Robert De Niro, whose acting talents have greatly diminished with his reputation now shot, must even use a teleprompter for his foul and disgusting language. So disrespectful to our country. Now, in all fairness to the former president, is that true? Do you have to use a teleprompter when speaking about President Trump? Or are you able to just kind of riff on your thoughts on him?
We're just, as I said, we're just 9 months into Trump's turn, and he's going Hulk smash on the White House. Last time, it took him at least 4 years to bring a demo crew to the Capitol. This is happening after Trump specifically promised his ballroom construction wouldn't touch the existing White House. Here he is talking about it this summer.
It won't interfere with the current building. It'll be near it, but not touching it, and pays total respect to the existing building, which I'm the biggest fan of. It's my favorite place. I love it.
Other stories that are important to share with you so you see what's going on right here. ICE detaining a breastfeeding mother, literally ripping a 6-month baby out of her arms. Let's play this clip. This was so tragic. Let's play it.
My daughter messaged me. Now, she lives in San Diego with her husband and her 6-month-old baby. She has been going through the immigration process. You know, her husband's from America. She's been going through it. She's got right to the end of it. She had her immigration appointment yesterday. I got a message from her saying, "Mum, ICE are going to detain me. Katie overstayed. It's been 2 routes to get your residency, okay? She's married to Stephen. She's got a baby. Her baby's not even 6 months old. She has followed this route. She has got right to the end of it. She had her meeting yesterday at the immigration offices. They literally signed it off. It just needs to go in front of a judge."
Colbert gives De Niro the platform. Fast forward to April 19th, 2019. Robert De Niro sits down with Stephen Colbert on The Late Show, and Colbert knows exactly how to extract the perfect soundbite. "You know what, Bob? Give him a chance." "Why won't you give the president a chance, Robert De Niro?" Colbert asks with mock concern. De Niro's response is perfect. "No, you're right. That's what I said right after he was elected. Give him a chance. I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. This guy has proven himself to be a total loser." The audience erupts in cheers, but De Niro isn't done.
The guy is a total monster. And anybody, I don't understand it. I guess they get behind that kind of logic. They want to fuck with people, screw them, because they're unhappy about something. He's such a mean, nasty, hateful person. I never play him as an actor because I can't see any good in him. Nothing at all. Nothing redeemable in him. And we have to, and whoever the people are who want to vote for him, and there look like intelligent people around there. For some reason, it can't be. It cannot be. If he wins the election, you won't be on the show anymore. He'll come looking for me. There'll be things that happen that none of us can imagine.
On his flight over to Israel, Trump was asked by Fox News whether the ceasefire he brokered might help him in the afterlife.
I don't think there's anything going to get me in heaven, okay?
I agree with Donald Trump. Still canceled? Yes.
How about right here, this tragic story of people losing their spouse for just lawfully showing up at their court appearances as the ICE Gestapo just utterly just brutalizes these families. Here, play this clip.
It's okay. Mommy will be home, I promise. We're gonna get Mommy back.
Stay strong, okay? Don't let them break you down.
So I'm Stephen Paul.
I'm Audrey Hestmark.
Those two have never met, but both say their spouses were arrested the same way, at the same place, at the same time by ICE agents during their green card interviews here at San Diego's USCIS office.
3 men with masks and bulletproof vests and guns came in and told us they were going to arrest Tom.
We see the ICE agents come around and they say that they're arresting Katie.
And they handed me a QR code and they put my husband in handcuffs.
Colbert asks why people respond to the gangster genre, referencing De Niro's upcoming film The Irishman with Martin Scorsese. People like the outlaw type thing, De Niro explains, except we have a wannabe gangster in the White House now. Colbert joins in. He tries to act like a tough guy, a made man. De Niro delivers the killing blow. Even gangsters have morals and ethics, a code. And you know when you give someone your word, that's all you have is your word. This guy, he doesn't even know what that means. Think about that. Robert De Niro, who played Vito Corleone, Jimmy Conway, Al Capone, every major mobster in cinema history, is saying that actual gangsters have more integrity than Donald Trump. That's not just an insult, that's a historical indictment. De Niro's Mueller obsession. During this same Colbert interview, De Niro reveals something extraordinary. He considers playing Robert Mueller on Saturday Night Live his civic obligation. It's a civic duty. It's my civic obligation to play Mueller, he tells Colbert earnestly. Then he adds his fantasy, I keep saying that I don't know whether this is actually possible, where I can handcuff him and take him away in an orange jumpsuit. Colbert, playing along. I assume you mean the President of the United States? De Niro had already told reporters earlier that he hoped Mueller could put him away for a long time.
It's about right and wrong, period. The guy's a monster. It's beyond wrong. It's almost like he wants to do the most horrible things that he can think of in order to get a rise out of us. I don't know what it is, but he's been doing it, and it's scary.
He's back after going door to door collecting treats in Asia. He gave us an update on his crucial diplomatic mission last night when he went online and posted South Carolina. Uh-oh. I spy a cognitive.
This wasn't just an actor playing a role. This was De Niro channeling his rage into performance art, using SNL as a weapon to keep the Mueller investigation in America's consciousness. The courthouse confrontation, May 28, 2024, but nothing compares to what De Niro did on May 28, 2024. It's the final day of closing arguments in Trump's Manhattan hush money trial. The courthouse has been surrounded by Trump surrogates for weeks, holding daily press conferences defending him, and then the Biden campaign pulls out their nuclear option, Robert De Niro. De Niro shows up with two January 6th Capitol Police officers, Michael Fanone and Harry Dunn, and delivers a speech so scathing that Trump supporters literally chase him down the street afterward shouting, "You're trash, you're washed up, your movies suck." Here's what De Niro said, standing mere feet from the courthouse where Trump sat. I love this city. I don't want to destroy it. Donald Trump wants to destroy not only the city, but the country, and eventually he could destroy the world.
The original No Kings protest was 250 years ago. Americans decided they didn't want to live under the rule of King George III. They declared their independence and fought a bloody war for democracy. We've had 2.5 centuries of democracy since then. Often challenging, sometimes messy, always essential. And we fought in 2 world wars to preserve it. Now we have a would-be king who wants to take it away. King Donald I. Fuck that. We're rising up again this time, non-violently, raising our voices to declare no kings. I'm Robert De Niro, asking you to stand up and be counted in the nationwide No Kings protest on October 18th. Visit nokings.org to find, volunteer, or host a protest near you.
At this point, should we even believe that this is going to end up being a ballroom? It could just as easily end up being a combination Pizza Hut Taco Bell. Now, someone in his administration is clearly smart enough to know how bad this looks because the Treasury Department is right next door facing the demolition, and Treasury has now told their employees not to share any photos of the construction. Not generally something you instruct when you're proud of what's going on. Hey guys, remember, no photos at my wedding, and it's not because I'm marrying a body pillow of Mariah Carey.
He called Trump what New Yorkers have always known him to be. We New Yorkers used to tolerate him when he was just another grubby real estate hustler masquerading as a big shot, a 2-bit playboy lying his way into the tabloids, pretending to be a spokesperson for himself, a clown. But this city is pretty accommodating. We make room for clowns. We tolerate it, it's part of the culture, but not a person like Trump who will eventually ruin the country. The key word there? Ruin, not run. Ruin, De Niro continued. When Trump ran in 2016, it was like a joke. This buffoon running for president, no, never could happen. We have forgotten the lessons of history that showed us other clowns who weren't taken seriously until they became vicious dictators. As he spoke, Trump supporters screamed at him. Car horns blared. When he finished and tried to leave, a mob followed him, hurling insults. De Niro turned to face them. You're not going to intimidate. That's what Trump does. We are going to fight back. We're trying to be gentlemen in this world. The Democrats. You are gangsters. You are gangsters. One Trump supporter shouted, I haven't seen a good movie from you in the last 20 years. De Niro's response, fuck you. Make sure you drop a comment with your favorite De Niro anti-Trump moment. Let's build the ultimate resistance archive. Colbert's February 2025 interview, Heroes and Silences.
To make a bet, do we as a country, you and I are sitting here 5 years down the road, is this country more together or further apart?
I don't know. Maybe some miraculous things will happen. Where even Trump will do something that's surprising. I don't think so, but you never know. I'll even then say, okay, I give you that, but I just don't think so.
I spent a lot of time along the Rust Belt in Kentucky, in places that where people put all of their hope in this president, and their livelihood depends on his success.
Right.
Do you feel like Hollywood, you know, those living on the coast like I do, like you do, are too disconnected? We're too disconnected from that pain.
I understand that people feel, even I am hesitant sometimes to endorse somebody because I don't think now it's just an elite Hollywood person doing that. But many of us feel that the right thing has to be done for people. And we really believe that. Someone like Trump doesn't really believe that.
The Trump administration is using some taxpayer-funded government websites to push their own political messaging, which many are saying is illegal, because it is, like this pop-up message which first appeared Tuesday on the Department of Housing and Urban Development's website saying, the radical left in Congress shut down the government. First of all, you can't make political statements on a government website. Second, people don't go to HUD.gov to see political messaging. They go there because their cat walked across the keyboard. HUD. That's what everyone calls it. They all call it HUD. That's right. They don't say HUD. Nah, what is that?
On February 19th, 2025, De Niro returned to Colbert's show to promote his Netflix political thriller, 0 Day. Colbert asked him to name his heroes. De Niro listed Marlon Brando and Nelson Mandela. When Colbert pressed for an American hero, De Niro named the Capitol Police officers who defended democracy on January 6th. Michael Fanone, Aquilino Gonell, Harry Dunn, and Daniel Hodges. The studio fell into eerie silence. Colbert let it hang there for several seconds, a rare moment of genuine gravity on a comedy show. De Niro's choice was deliberate. He was honoring the people who stood between Trump's mob and the complete destruction of American democracy, and he did it on national television, forcing America to remember what Trump had unleashed.
In my country, we're fighting like hell for the democracy we once took for granted. And that affects all of us. That affects all of us here because the arts are democratic. Art is inclusive. It brings people together. Like tonight, art looks for truth. Art embraces diversity. And that's why art is a threat. That's why we are a threat to autocrats and fascists.
The world. They'll find Colbert giving him the platform to say it clearly, repeatedly, without apology. They proved that resistance doesn't always look like organized protests or legislative battles. Sometimes it looks like a 75-year-old actor walking onto a stage and saying 2 words that make half the country stand and cheer. Sometimes it looks like a comedian asking the perfect question that lets a legend deliver the perfect answer. This guy has proven himself to be a total loser. And sometimes, just sometimes, it looks like refusing to be intimidated by a mob of Trump supporters screaming that your movies suck and shouting back, "You are gangsters." That's not just entertainment. That's not just politics. That's moral courage documented for history. Robert De Niro and Stephen Colbert didn't just criticize Trump. They exposed him relentlessly on live television in terms so clear that even decades from now, no one will be able to claim they didn't know who Trump really was, because they made damn sure everyone knew.